Rooted in tradition, Dom Lipa is our piece of Slovenia on Canadian soil. Toronto and its neighboring cities and towns have been a magnet for Slovenians looking for a new home. The trickle of immigrants in the 1950s turned into a wave in the 1960s. By the early 1970s, the Slovenian community in southwest Toronto was large and prospering. It had recently built a new church and community center, and, with an eye on the future, discussions turned towards building a retirement and care home for our elderly members.
Želja in potreba po lastnem starostnem domu je že dolgo zorela, se je uresničila, ko so se slovenski izseljenci in begunci začeli organizirati v obeh slovenskih župnijah, Brezmadežna čudodelno svetinjo in Marija Pomagaj, ki jo vodijo slovenski misionarji svetega Vincencija Paveljskega. Potrebo po domu so močno podpirale tudi Marijine sestre, saj je njihovo glavno poslanstvo dela z bolniki, ostarelimi in pomoči potrebnimi. Ob obisku njihove vrhovne predstojnice je bil v dvorani Brezmadežne 2. februarja 1975 sklican sestanek, na katerem smo ustanovili ustanovni odbor Doma Lipa. Povezanost doma z župnijami in sestrami se kaže tudi v tem, da sta župnik obeh župnij in sestra predstojnica Marijinih sester ex officio člani upravnega odbora Doma Lipa, ki je začel delovati 1. januarja 1988.
Of course, it required a lot of money, and little by little the fundraising began. Banquets, walkathons, fashion shows, bazaars, breakfasts, concerts, canvassing for donations, it all developed and grew into a regular part of annual efforts to raise awareness and funds for the project. And the recently arrived Canadian Slovenians did not disappoint, some of them walking or biking over 100 kilometers with supporting pledges. On August 3, 1977, the not-for-profit corporation Slovenian Linden Foundation was incorporated with letters patent, and later we received a charitable license. At the end of 1982, Dom Lipa, the Slovenian translation for Linden Home, was registered as an alternative operating name for the company. By then, a 6-acre choice piece of land centrally located and on the Etobicoke Creek Ravine had been acquired, and the foundation had $150,000 in the bank. Then followed studies, reports, plans, and reaching out to government agencies for permission to build a senior's home. In 1986, construction was now well underway. Thanks to materials, skill, and workmanship of the community's trades, much of it donated, Dom Lipa was becoming a reality. We celebrated construction completion by Christmas of 1987 and opened as a full retirement home with 60 suites. With a wonderful opening day event, Dom Lipa swung open its doors to welcome its first residents. Initial activities for the residents included a woodworking shop and a handcrafting group.
I came to to Dom Lipa 6 years ago. I was very ill at home, and our family decided, and I decided that I would come here. After I was here a while, I was better. And I was so grateful that I came here because I noticed the people here. The doctors, nurses, everybody were so wonderful to everyone. The care that people give you. We were very happy. We were nothing in the world. We were really, every day we would come and talk how wonderful it was here. And all of a sudden, as of last year, things changed for us. We were protected from the very beginning in this home. And everyone knows that today we are the luckiest people with what went on in other places. If we can thank our own parents, the people that were in a war, and they came here with no money, but they had a dream that they would have a home ready when we got older. We have this wonderful chance, and now we are old. And we have realized that perhaps we owe someone a chance like we had. So we are hoping that we can leave a legacy to our children, our grandchildren. And I'm really asking you, perhaps you can help us to carry on as much as you can. Thank you.
The home also featured a beautiful chapel where Mass continues to be held daily, fulfilling the spiritual needs of the residents. An outdoor grotto, or capella, provides our residents the opportunity to reflect and meditate in nature outside. At Dom Lipa, Slovenians have the opportunity to observe religious traditions of their youth. Christmas, Easter, and other Catholic holy days are celebrated in the chapel throughout the year. This enriches the lives and boosts the morale of the residents, essential caregivers, family, guests, and staff alike.
Pastoralna skrb z Dom Lipa je eno od področij pastoralnega dela slovenskih župnij. To so dnevne svete maše in ostale pastoralne potrebe prebivalcev. Dosegitev v glavnem upravljamo duhovniki, ki smo skrbovalci doma. Kadar je potrebno, priskoči na pomoč sobratje župnij, tako da je dom vedno primerno oskrbovan. Tudi Marijine sestre so pri tem opravile neprecenljivo delo. Prosimo in molimo, da nam bo dobri Bog še naprej kazal pot ter nam dal moč.
In 1991, Dom Lipa secured licenses from the Ministry of Health for 30 long-term care beds, and subsequently the first floor was remodeled to accommodate a higher level of care, offering full long-term care with government funding. This is now known as the Kastelic wing of the home. Following this, and in response to the changing needs of our community, additional licenses for 36 long-term care beds were secured. In 2001, construction planning was kicked off to construct the new 36-bed wing, with completion in 2004. Since then, Dom Lipa has been operating the long-term care section of the home at full capacity. The retirement section is also busy, with room for 30 individuals in private, semi-private, or suite accommodation. The administration and board are currently working with the Ontario Ministry of Health to maintain our home and meet changing legislative standards through a redevelopment plan as a requirement to receive ongoing government funding. With each passing year, the management of such a large facility grows in complexity, and yet through it all, the community remains dedicated to the vision. fundraising and donations continue to bring in urgently needed funds of over $150,000 each year to meet our funding gap and ensure a positive bottom line. Volunteers also are lifesavers, making our facility truly a home by providing assistance with feeding at mealtimes, social interaction, walks with the residents, building and maintaining the beautiful gardens, and other duties. Pre-COVID, on Tuesday mornings, the Volunteer Society of Dom Lipa conduct their knitting group.
Slovenski starostni dom Lipa v Torontu s ponosom ohranja slovenstvo že preko 30 let. Dom Lipa ni samo dom za starejše, temveč dokaz dela pridnih slovenskih rok celotne slovenske skupnosti Južnega Otarja. Je izpopolnjena vizija izpred 40 let, da ta dom ni samo dom za starejše, temveč središče, kjer Slovenci ohranjamo slovensko tradicijo, kulturo, vrednote in slovenski ponos izven meja domovine za prihodnje generacije. V domu Lipa se srčno trudimo ohranjati slovenstvo preko različnih dnevnih aktivnosti, programov, dogodkov, tudi povezave s Slovenijo, ter preko naših prostovoljcev. Zaradi pandemije smo prostovoljstvo zaenkrat osredotočili preko interneta, kar pa je dalo priložnost tudi veliko mladim, ki z veseljem zaigrajo na svoj inštrument ali pa zapojejo za naše stanovalce virtualno. Ob lepi slovenski besedi in pesmi se seveda dobro prileže tudi vsakodnevna dobra slovenska jed. Torej, ne manjka nam potice ob praznikih in kot se spodobi ob kozarcu slovenskega vina.
Today, Dom Lipa is structured as two operating sides under a single roof. We have 30 spots in our retirement home and an additional 66 beds offering long-term care. Highly sought space in long-term care is a testament to the high-quality care we offer our residents.
Pozdravljeni, moje ime je Kristi in sem zaposlena v domu Lipa, slovenski dom starejših, kot vodja pisarne, ki opravlja administrativna dela. Dom Lipo sestavljajo medicinske sestre, ki skrbijo za zdravje naših stanovalcev, negovalci skrbijo, da so osnovne življenjske potrebe stanovalcev zagotovljene, kuharji skrbijo za zdravo prehrano, čistilke pa poskrbijo za čist in urejen prostor. Za uspešno in učinkovito delovanje našega doma pa imamo ključne vodje, kot so izvršna direktorica, ki skrbi, da dom Lipa deluje s predpisi in standardi ministrstva, direktorica zdravstvene nege in oskrbe zagotavlja, da so zdravstveni predpisi in standardi uresničeni, vodja izobraževanja skrbi za izobraževanje ter uvajanje novih zaposlenih, vodja podpore vedenja ugotavlja in skrbi za mentalno stanje stanovalcev, koordinator oskrbe skrbi za varnost stanovalcev, vodja prehrane skrbi, da se kuhajo slovenske jedi, vodja aktivnosti in prostovoljnih del skrbi za duševno zdravje stanovalcev ter ohranja slovensko kulturo, običaje in tradicije. Upraviteljica oskrbe zgradbe in stanovanj pa poskrbi za varnost in urejenost doma in okolja.
Dom Lipa is a place that is the pride and joy of the whole Slovenian community in the Greater Toronto and surrounding areas. The many ways in which the Slovenian community and Dom Lipa interact are not only mutually beneficial, but make our Dom Lipa a small piece of Slovenia on Canadian soil. As we look forward to the next few years, it is important to note that Dom Lipa will soon require many significant and expensive capital upgrades. However, as the past is usually the best predictor of the future, we are confident that our community will rise up to this challenge. Dom Lipa's provision of excellent and culturally appropriate care to our seniors is only possible due to the extraordinary contributions and donations of the Slovenian community, past, present, and future. The Board of Directors sincerely thank you for your support. Hvala lepa.